mean, it is. All right. Can you hear me now? All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Randy Tibbins. You know who you are. Come on in, pull up a chair, sit down, relax, and let's talk Dodgers. This is the best, first, and only video podcast by fans, for fans of your Los Angeles Dodgers, and we're still here doing it. I think this is our 13th year. I lost track, but anyway, this is for you. We're having a lot of fun. We're going to go with a regular camera and no crazy microphone, just like an average microphone. Can you hear me? And no backwards mirror things, no Periscope, no Facebook Live. We're going straight from a video today, so no live questions. I'm sorry. Has that been washed off? Is that camera lens? We haven't used that. Wait a minute. Has that camera lens been washed in the last 30 days? I don't think so. Anyway, this is, like I said, the first, best, and only video podcast by fans, for fans of your Los Angeles Dodgers. We've been doing it for, I don't know, since podcasting started in 05, 06, somewhere around then. We do it a couple times a week if you haven't seen the show. We like to have a lot of fun with it because, hey, it's all about fun. Life is fun. Baseball's fun. It's supposed to be fun. So come on in and join us for a June 8th show. It's a Thursday show. Why are we doing it on Thursday when we usually go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Tuesday and Thursday? Because the boys are off today, so that's good. Give them a day off. We got the big gala party tonight, so that's good. And they ended the series with the Nats, so I figured, hey, why do a show yesterday? We're in the middle of a game. They've barely finished it, 4 whatever it was. So let's just talk about that. Well, can we set aside the bad stuff? Okay, they won 1 out of 3. That wasn't so great. But the Dodgers did win yesterday's game. I said they did win yesterday's game. And the way they did it with 2 out in the 6th inning, Corey Seager homered to start the Dodgers score. He tied the game. Can we hear that one right now? Let's hear Corey Seager. I believe it's Joe Davis on the call.
Seager hits a fly ball to center field. Taylor's back. This game is tied. Seager strikes. Lightning strikes. And it's a 1-1 game just like that.
Woo! I like that. Hey, who says Joe Davis doesn't have enthusiasm? He's doing pretty good. I know Charlie Steiner does a good game, and Rick Monday does great. All the other guys do great. Of course, nobody's Vin Scully, so don't worry about that. We're still not worried about that, are we? Okay. Anyway, Corey Seager hit a home run. That and some sloppy play. The Nats are a very sloppy fielding team. Got them another run, and the difference was a 2-1 Dodger win. Kerr struck out 9. Got the W. How cool is that? Yeah. And so the Dodgers still, a couple of games back, and it's still early. We got time. Don't worry about it. It's only beginning of June. Let's just take it easy. Injury reports and moves. The Dodgers made an unusual roster move on Thursday. Just this afternoon, they selected the contract of right-handed pitcher Fabio Castillo onto their 40-man roster, then optioning him back to AAA Oklahoma City and designating left-handed pitcher Justin Marks for assignment. What's that about? I don't get it. Castillo has been mostly at AAA this season, but he was briefly with the AA Tulsa team. He's a combined 3-4 in 12 games, 7 starts, with a 3.27 ERA, 41 strikeouts, and 44 innings. Castillo pitched in Korea last year and worked extensively with Dodger broadcaster Orel Hershiser during spring training trying to get his stuff working. Marks was claimed off waivers from Tampa Bay on May 9th and was 2-0 with a 4.50 in 9 games for Oklahoma City. All right, so those are the only real deals we talk about. Injury report also, I don't think we saw it yet, but we will the next day or so because nobody's talking about who our pitcher is Saturday. We'll tell you right here a little later on, right here on Let's Talk Dodgers. So you have to stay tuned and watch the show. You get it? Oh, there I am. I'm just doing close-up. We having fun with cameras today? Oh, no, pull it back out. Pull it back out. Does that say number 1 fan? It does. Look at that license plate, Frank. All right, let's put it back where it was. Anyway, let's get into some fun stuff because it's sort of a Friday show. It's Little Friday on Thursday. I don't think we're going to do a Friday show. I don't think so because I'm going to be at the game. Shh. Don't tell anybody. So whenever we do fun stuff, we do this. It means let's talk about some fun stuff. A couple of things. Did you guys hear? Did you hear who's going to be managing the Old Timers game? Usually they have a player from each side, one of the Old Time Dodgers. They're not doing that this time. They're having real live Dodger managers manage. And since there aren't that many of them still around, you can guess who they are. First of all, on the home team Dodgers, it's going to be our own Tommy Lasorda. And, of course, bringing him back, I guess because he must be in L.A. for a visit, managing the road team Dodgers, which, it's all Dodgers. We all love them, is Joe Torre. How about that?
Hi, this is Joe Torre, manager of the Los Angeles Dodgers, and you're watching Let's Talk Dodgers.
Yeah. Thank you, Joe. Actually, I've had that thing since he was manager. What's interesting about Torre, I heard a rumor. This could be fake news, but I heard a rumor. This is 10 years ago. I heard that Joe Torre actually saw this show a couple times when he was managing here in Los Angeles. Just a rumor. What do I know? All right, more fun stuff. And yes, Lasorda and Torre are going to be managing against each other. That'll be cool. Not like it never happened before, but that's going to be cool in two Dodger uniforms. What do you think about Kenta Maeda going to the pen for a little while? Is that a good move, bad move? You like it, you don't like it? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Write to me on my Facebook page, Let's Talk Dodgers, or write to me at letstalkdodgers@gmail.com. Do we have a flyer for that? Yeah, I think we do. Write to me there and let me know what you think about Kenta going to the bullpen for a little while, or at least till he gets his act together, or gets his feel back on all his pitches. I'll tell you what I think, just for 2 cents worth. It's not a bad idea. I think Dave Roberts has something here. I think if he goes back to the bullpen, works a couple of long relief deals or whatever, he can get his confidence back. He doesn't have to worry about anything. He can just throw whenever he wants. They'll probably use him in either blowout games or when we're too far behind or something, either a blowout on their end or our end. Anyway, I think it's a good idea because if he's kind of inconsistent, this might help him get it all back. He can get a little instruction while it's going on. He won't be afraid to do stuff. Just my take. What's yours? Write to me. Let's talk Dodgers@gmail.com, or hit me right here on the Facebook page. Let's Talk Dodgers. Shout-outs. We always do shout-outs every show, and I'd like to do shout-outs today to some of my friends who are watching now, might be watching tomorrow, and people who've chimed in on our Facebook page just lately. So let's start off by going with one from my good pal and one hell of a tenor sax man, Jack B. Jack! Thanks for watching the show, Jack. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. Tell me if you can hear it. Can you hear me? We usually do this live on Facebook Live or on Periscope or on Crappy Mic Day. I use a crappy mic, but today it's pretty good. So let me know what you think, Jack. Also, in addition to Jack, how do you like this? Luis, he's been chiming in every day. Bobby K., Esteban, Isabel, Kathy E. and David C., and some special friends. I hope they're my friends. Some of the front office who should be at a networking event I'm attending tomorrow at the stadium. Shh. Don't tell everybody. Jamie J. Special shout out to Jamie J. She's in the fan services department at Dodger Stadium. I think she's running that department, so hope to see you, Jamie. Haven't seen you since January at FanFest. Very delightful lady. Did a favor for me, so I tip my hat to Jamie J. if she's watching. But shh, don't tell the rest of the brass I'm doing this podcast. Let them find it themselves. I think Ned Coletti knows. I met Ned Coletti in January at FanFest. I told him about it. I don't know that he remembered, but he doesn't care. Anyway, let's see. More fun stuff. We got some stats of the day. As of game time yesterday, I know I'm a little late, but the Dodger game notes aren't up for today yet. So Dodger press notes are a little, well, they're not late. They're just not, there aren't any. There's no game today. They're not up till tomorrow. But as of game time yesterday, the Dodgers led the National League, and they've been leading the league all week or all month in run differential. That's how many more runs we've scored than the opponents at 81. We're 23 behind the Astros for the Major League lead, and they're 9 more ahead of us. So, but at one time we had like 100 differential, but I think we're at 81 right now, maybe 82, something like that. So the Dodgers are doing very well in outscoring their opponents. They just have to do it in a timely fashion. Am I right? Am I right? I'm right. All right. More fun stuff on a little Friday, early Friday on Thursday. June 8th, this date in Dodger history. I'm going to give you a couple of them because you're not going to get all these. Well, you're not going to get any of them today because there's no game. So you're getting privileged information here from Let's Talk Dodgers. Take that, Mark Langell. All right. This date in Dodger history, I got 3 of them for you. Let's start at the one of the oldest ones. Besides, we'll leave the birthday to the end. June 8th, 1965. On this date, one of my ASU brethren, one of my Sun Devil brethren, and the very first guy ever selected in any regular draft, Arizona State star, sophomore, and a fellow alum and couple-time acquaintance, because I met him a few times, Rick Monday, was selected by the Athletics. He was the first player chosen in the initial Major League free agent draft of high school, college, and sandlot players. Tip of the cap to Rick Monday, one of the best guys you'll ever know, one of the best baseball men I've ever met, and one of the nicest guys ever in the business. On June 8th, 1968, that's one I remember. I bet you Jack remembers this too. Hey, Jack. In 1968, Big D, Don Drysdale, set his scoreless streak record, of course, at 58 2/3 when that streak ended, consecutive inning streak ended, when Tony Taylor is driven in by Howie Bedell's sacrifice fly in the 5th inning of a game. Years later, this is a true story. Big D was sitting around with some former Dodgers, and they were wondering about that ending of the streak with that Howie Bedell guy, how he managed to do that. And he said, and Big D said to the other guy, he says, I'll bet you that was his only RBI all season. So they went to the record books, they looked it up, and sure enough, they were right. He was right. That was the only RBI that Howie Bedell got all 1968. Amazing. And one more date in Dodger history. I don't want to forget it because the guy threw a no-hitter against the Giants. You can't forget a guy like that. In 1961, this guy was born, and he threw a no-hitter. Today he's 56. Happy birthday, a tip of the Dodger cap to Kevin Gross. Great Dodger. Why is he great? Because he pitched a no-no against the Giants. You got to love it. Got to love it. All right. Let's do some important dates for this season. We've got a couple coming up in a couple of days, as a matter of fact. Next, is it Tuesday? It is. No, it's Monday. Next week on Monday begins the aforementioned amateur baseball draft. It goes for a couple of days, but it starts on Monday, so everybody's getting their draft stuff ready. And on July 11th, of course, in about another month plus, the All-Star Game, which reminds me to tell you to vote for your favorite Dodgers. Go to Dodgers.com/vote. Very simple. You do it online. You do it on your phone. They allow you 5 times a day or 35 times total. And All-Star Game is going to be in Miami this year, and All-Star balloting ends on June the 29th. So you got about 3 more weeks. And then on July 30th, Hall of Fame inductions in Cooperstown. All right, what else we got going here? Let's get you out to the ballpark. Most important part, why we're here. All right, Friday, tomorrow, or today if you're watching Friday, June 9th, I'm getting me out to the ballpark. But I'm going to get there a little early, do a little networking with some people. But on the hill for the Cincinnati Reds coming into town, their left-hander, Amir Garrett, he's 3-4 with a 7.17? Is that a typo? 7.17 ERA? We got to be teeing off on those guys. Come on, the Reds. Ugh. Anyway, we're sending our left-hander Rich Hill to the mound. He's 2-2 with a 4.15 ERA. Rich Hill is just getting back into another groove, so I think he's going to be okay. Just let him do his thing. Get back into it. No blisters, Rich. No blisters. You got that? All right. Now Saturday. The papers and all these guys don't really know this yet. The Dodgers have sort of announced it. They've alluded to it. But Saturday, June 10th, is a 7-10er also versus Cincinnati right-hander pitcher Asher Wojciechowski. That's how the pronunciation says in the pronunciation guide. It's big, long, 47-letter thing. In fact, remember Steve Lyons used to work for the Dodgers? He used to call one of those kind of names an armpit guy. Why? Because it went from armpit to armpit on his jersey. And this guy has like 47 letters in his name that's pronounced Wojciechowski. He's 1-0 with a 4.50 ERA, and the Dodgers haven't officially announced it yet, but I think they are. ESPN says they're going to go with Alex Wood. I've seen them allude to that on the website, so it's going to be Alex Wood for the Dodgers on Saturday. And then Sunday is a 1:10 game, June 11th. Right-hander Tim Adelman, he's 4-2 with a 4.42 ERA, and he's going against, well, they didn't really say this yet either, but a lot of people think it's going to be Hyun-Jin Ryu. Yes, we're calling him Ryu because it's not Ryu, it's Ryu in Korean, so we pronounce him Ryu. In fact, even Dave Roberts calls him Hyun-Jin Ryu, and he goes, "Hey, Ryu, how you doing?" Anyway, so Ryu is going on, even Ned Coletti says it. Ryu is going on Sunday, most likely. I'd be kind of surprised if he didn't. Okay, what else we got going on for you? One more quick hype. I love to hype some of my Dodger guys that are doing great work. Got to do it. If you're a mainstream Dodger fan like I am, a real hardcore guy, you got to check the outstanding photography by John Suhu, the team's photographer for the last 35 years. This guy's got a killer blog, and here's how you find it. Go to DodgersPhotog.mlblogs.com. That's DodgersPhotog.mlblogs.com. The guy has the most unbelievable Dodger photography you will ever see in your life. In fact, he's got the best sports photography I've ever seen anywhere. So, big shout out to John Suhu. He's one of my favorites. I've met him several times, and if John's watching, John, I'm the guy that used to bug you all the time saying, "Hey, man, you should put out a book." One time when I told him that, you know what he told me back is, "Hey, man, I could put out 50 volumes. I go, "Yeah, he's been taking pictures for 35 years. But he said most of he hasn't done it, he never did it in the early days because he said most of his pictures, he didn't know who the players were. There's a lot of unknown guys in there. And I said, well, let some of us fans and we'll tell you who they are. But anyway, John Suhu, one of the best guys around, takes the best pictures. Also, check out the Dodger Insider. If you're a real insider-type guy like I am, check out John Weisman. You'll find his Dodger Insider blog at dodgers.mlblogs.com. So shout out to John Weisman and his sidekick, who sometimes writes some of the blogs there at the Dodger Insider, my buddy Mark Langell. You can see a great interview with me interviewing Mark Langell at last year's Fan Fest, 2016 in January. It's still up there on our Facebook page. Click on it if you want to go into the video section. Mark Langell, one cool guy, knows everything about the Dodgers. Well, he doesn't know who was the first leadoff hitter in 1890, but don't worry about that. That's details. That's trivial stuff that nobody cares about. Anyway, that's going to do it for the show this time. If you liked it, let me know. Drop me a note at letstalkdodgers@gmail.com or Let's Talk Dodgers on our Facebook page, maybe even our YouTube page. And if you didn't like it, tell me that too. Anyway, that's going to do it for Thursday. Most likely not a show tomorrow because I'm going to be out at the stadium. But Monday, don't forget now, come on back, pull up a chair, sit down, relax, and let's talk Dodgers. Tell all your Dodger-loving friends this is the place to talk about Dodger baseball. I'm going to be back on Monday. Wish me luck at the game tomorrow night. Go Blue. Beat those Reds. And remember...
I still think the Dodgers end up winning that division probably handily.
Yeah. Probably handily. Yeah, I agree. All right, we'll see you guys, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Go Blue.